What's up, this is Les, and if you couldn't tell by that super sweet B-roll intro, we are talking about this bad boy today, the 85mm 1.2 version 2 released by Canon. I've been working on my B-roll game, so one day, we'll be up there, we'll be good. This lens has been one of my favorite lenses from the day I got it. It's amazing, the photos come out great, the picture quality is there, it's tack sharp, all around this lens is just, it's great. Now if you've been looking at this lens, you'll know it retails for about $2,000 brand new, which is a staggering price tag. But if you can find one that's in good condition, that's used, you can get it for about $1,000. And don't be embarrassed to buy used gear. This one is used. It doesn't take away from the picture quality or the images that it produces, as long as you know what you're doing when you buy used gear. Weighing in at 2¼ pounds with a circumference of 11 3/8 inches and a height of 3 5/8 inches, this lens is massive, and it's rightfully so. With an aperture of 1.2, this lens can just obliterate any background. In order to get those types of shots, you do need a little bit of distance between you and your subject. This lens has a minimum focusing distance of over 3 feet. So if you're working in a really tight space, this might not be the best option for you. When you are able to shoot at a comfortable distance, the 1.2 aperture is amazing. There are 8 rounded blades in the diaphragm, so it gives the bokeh a great shape. You wanna say hello? Hi. Say hello. In terms of the physical quality of the lens, it's made from that same durable plastic that most Canon lenses are made out of now. It has a metal mounting plate on the back of it. There's a single switch on the side of it to swap in between your focus modes. It can go from autofocus to manual focus. It does not have image stabilization, which the 1.4 version does. It's kind of something I really wish this one did have. If you are looking to do more video with this lens, it might just be better for you to go with that 1.4. For photos and portraits though, the 1.2, amazing. It does also have a built-in focus distance guide, and right here it's just plastic, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. It's excellent, it works. In this lens, there's a total of 8 elements in 7 different groups. The front element has a 72mm filter size, so the filters you pick up for this are not going to be on the super expensive end, but they're also not going to be on the low end. If you are purchasing specifically an ND filter, like I mentioned in a previous video, I would strongly suggest just purchasing a larger ND, pay that couple extra dollars that you're going to get for that, and then buy some step-up rings. That way you can use that ND filter with a whole assortment of your lenses instead of one. Since we're on the topic of focusing, I want to talk about this focus ring really quick. Right off the bat, it is incredibly smooth. Like, it doesn't get more buttery than this. You may notice as I'm playing with this lens, you'll hear a very slight... This sound is just a sign that I need to go get my lens maintenance. Maybe I'll do a video on lens maintenance. When you're shifting focus from your closest distance to the furthest distance or infinity, there is a little bit of protrusion with the front element. It goes out about 5/8 of an inch or so, and it also does have a little bit of focus breathing when you are going back and forth. Another thing about the focus ring is, in order to go from your closest distance to your furthest distance, the ring itself rotates about 2/3 of the entire circumference. So that's going to give you a lot of control on making micro adjustments. If you are shooting a portrait or something with somebody, you're going to have a very, very large amount of control with that individual focusing. A downside of that is if you need to change your focus drastically in a short amount of time. If you're in manual focus, you've really got to turn this thing. You can't do it in one sweeping motion. You're gonna have to make multiple turns, and that can be a downside for some people. The wider range also influences the autofocus just a little bit, so this lens actually isn't that fast in terms of autofocus. It's fast in terms of aperture, but when it comes to autofocus, it is not that quick. All that aside, I still really love this lens. I'm so happy that it's in my kit, and if you have the opportunity to get one yourself, I would strongly suggest it. Again, it is a little bit more pricey, but if you can find one at a good price that's in good condition, you should definitely go for it. I'll throw a couple images on the screen just so you can check them out. And that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for sticking around this far. If you have questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to get your feedback and I'll respond to everybody that I can. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you later. Peace. Why are you breathing hard? Do you need some water? Do you want some water? Huh? Do you need some water? Do you want me to go get you some water?